guys, this is Watch for Wise Words Media, back at y'all for another round. And hoop heads, Knicks fans, we have a coach, and it is the highly decorated Mike Brown. You know, before I commence, I do want to say thank you to Tom Thibodeau once again. I know I made a video thanking him, but I mean, you can't thank the man enough. First Eastern Conference Finals appearance in 25 years. Not only that, but the man was the best coach. We were a laughing stock organization. He brought us back to prominence, and he was the one that spearheaded us becoming a playoff team once again. So nothing but love and respect to Tom Thibodeau. I do feel he got shafted in all of this. This felt like a Dolan move. It felt all too familiar. But, you know, it's time to move on. And if we're going to move on, I wish him all the best. And I wish that the Knicks would hire somebody that's qualified, that at the bare minimum is a lateral move, right? It's going to be very hard to find somebody that's better than Tom Thibodeau. So at the bare minimum, what you want is a lateral move or somebody that's slightly better or slightly, you know, slightly below, but somewhat of a lateral move, and that's what we did. We landed somewhat of a lateral move by getting Mike Brown, and at least a lateral move keeps us in the same position we were in last year. With a good coach, a good roster, and an opportunity to make the NBA Finals, take it a step further. So Mike Brown, for those that don't know, Mike Brown was LeBron James' head coach in the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was the head coach when the Cleveland Cavaliers went to the NBA Finals and met with the Spurs in 2007. So he got NBA Finals. That squad was garbage. Garbage. All they had was LeBron and Ilgauskas. But that squad was garbage. And he helped lead them to the Eastern Finals. They beat a very good Detroit basketball team. So he's a good coach. Not only that, but he's highly decorated in the sense that he's had that finals appearance with Cleveland. He's a two-time NBA Coach of the Year. Two-time NBA Coach of the Year. One of those two times came very recently. It came exactly at the same time that the Knicks started to their resurgence. He helped spearhead the resurgence of the Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings had one of the biggest, the Sacramento Kings had one of the longest playoff droughts in professional sports. And when Mike Brown came over there with that young, talented team, he broke that losing streak, and they actually made the playoffs. The Sacramento Kings made the playoffs. They went from DraftKings to the Sacramento Kings once again. So he, you know, and then he got shafted over there in Sacramento. So hopefully this Nick job is some good karma for him. You know, hopefully coming his way, some good justice. That, you know, he got himself another opportunity with another young, talented roster and could do works. He's also, on top of being two-time Coach of the Year, on top of making it to the finals, he also was an assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors during the, you know, Steph, Clay, Dre era. He was one of the assistant coaches there, and he was an assistant coach under Popovich with the Spurs. So he's a highly, highly decorated coach. And he, from what I hear, you know, guys love him. De'Aaron Fox was so upset when the Sacramento Kings fired him. De'Aaron Fox was livid about it. LeBron James liked him. He liked him so much that when LeBron came to LA, who became the coach in LA? Mike Brown. So you gotta, you know, you gotta do the knowledge to that. You gotta put that together. Like, okay, LeBron, who was also like half GM in LA when he got there, that's one of the guys he brought over. He brought over Mike Brown. That's how much trust he had in Mike Brown. So if King James has belief in Mike Brown, you know, that's a good sign for us Knicks fans. So this is a good one, man. This is a good one. I'm not mad at this. I was mad that they shafted Tibbs, but it was clear he's not coming back. It was clear that they turned the page. That chapter was over, and you know, it was time to move on. And if we were gonna move on, I wanted to get somebody that has experience, you know, because this is a team with high expectations. And in this type of media market of New York, you can't just have any inexperienced coach come here. We've seen things happen to guys like Derek Fisher, to guys like Jeff Hornacek, to guys like Kurt Rambis. The list goes on. Guys that don't have that head coaching experience, it can be very bad. It can be very bad. It could go bad for them. It could go south real quick. So happy that we at least got somebody that's battle tested, proven, good resume, and we'll see how it goes. He does use his bench, which was one of Tibbs, you know, the big knock on Tibbs, and some say that was the death blow, the fact that he didn't use his bench. But Coach Brown is known to use his bench. Going back to the Cleveland days in 2007, they were deep. He utilized his bench. They were deep. Sacramento played a lot of players in their recent success of a few years back. They utilized their bench. They were deep. So this is a guy that's going to use his bench. That problem's going to go away. And speaking of the bench, we got Jordan Clarkson. Like, the bench is already better than it was last year, just in one day. And that's where we at with it right now. Mike Brown, and now we just have to attack this bench. Let's get a sniper or two. Let's get a 3-point shooter off that bench, and let's see how this thing goes. But congratulations to Mike Brown on getting the New York Knicks job, and let's go Knicks, man. Hopefully he takes us to that next level, which is an NBA Finals appearance. I haven't watched Knicks play ball in June in like 30 years. So let's get it. I'm Watch for Wise Words Media. Peace.